Welcome to Wednesday Night with Those Guys, and Wednesday Night with Those Guys is sponsored by
Those Guys. We appreciate you all. Go ahead and go ahead, Paul. I know that's Lynn calling you. I just got the alert, Herman. Logan Carpenter. Lynn is on the phone with Paul. Just mute yourself, Paul. He's muted. We're trying to get Paul. We're trying to get Paul here to go to the doctor because he has a fever and is incredibly sick. And you know, with this stuff going around here in the United States, you need to get your behind to the doctor. You need to go. What's up?
How you doing there, Sean?
I am very good, thank you, sir.
You're very low, Sean.
Oh, I'm very low. Oh yes, sorry, I had to turn my
Yo,
to something else.
Lawrence is a little high. I think it's my volume. Oh no, I'm at my regular 30. Okay.
Okay, is that better?
Yes, sir.
That's
yeah.
good.
Sorry, I had to turn it down for my own recording software earlier.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, what's up? Welcome to Wednesday nights with those guys.
Wednesday night with those guys.
Yeah, Paul is sick. He has a fever of 100 and something, and we're trying to talk him into going to the doctor.
Yes.
Considering his age and with this illness, worldwide pandemic going around,
absolutely,
it's best that he do.
I've just been sick as a dog myself for a week, so I know.
I'm glad that you're feeling better.
Yeah, thank you.
You know, about a month ago, Lawrence, or about a month and a half ago.
Yeah,
I was sick for about 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I've actually had 2 bouts of it recently. I've had two lots of what I would call flu.
Well, see, I'm
back to back almost.
I'm actually trying to fight something now because I have COPD second stage. So with this coronavirus going around, they say it affects the elderly and people with respiratory problems.
Bless you.
So, hey, Jay Santiago. So respiratory problems, I feel myself, I've had it so long that I can tell when I'm getting an upper respiratory infection. And right now I'm at the cusp of it starting. So tomorrow I have to go to work. And if I feel like crap on Friday morning, I have to go to the doctor so she can give me prednisone, which is a steroid, to relax my lungs.
Crikey.
You know, yeah. So I've been dealing with this for 8 years now. It'll eventually get to the point where I'll be walking around with an oxygen tank, but that's better than not walking around with an oxygen tank, if you understand what I mean.
I feel you, yeah.
You know, Paul should go to the doctor. He's up there, you know, he knows we care for him. And it's Wednesday nights here in New York City. The temperature outside right now is, I just got your alert on the phone, and is 54 degrees. Let me update that. It's 54 degrees and feels like 52, but the last 2 days it's been really nice. Al Diaz, how are you, sir?
Hey, Al, what's good? I got to check out that video, Al. I didn't get a chance.
Yes, I did see it.
You did?
I did see him post it, but I didn't get a chance because I was out. I'm waiting for Curtis to come. Did anyone send Curtis an invite?
I don't have Curtis.
Let me send him. I'm going to send
him. Is Curtis working
invite.
or is he home?
I think he's home. He was homesick last I heard.
Oh, okay.
He was homesick with the common cold.
Okay.
So if he can come in, I just edited. I just finished before the live stream was over.
Mm-hmm.
I just edited
video that you shot
with the bird that Curtis sent me, the same exact drone that's here. So I have twins now. And I was going to post it shortly. Lynn, I know he won't listen. We were trying to get him to with 106 fever. He's supposed to be on his way to the emergency room.
Yeah.
The average human can die at 103. So if he's at 106, that's not good. And he's shivering. Definite signs of the flu. Not good. So let's hope he wises up and either calls 911 or drives himself to the EMS.
Mhm.
Just quick, your camera seems slightly out of focus.
Yeah, what it basically is I've got a new studio set up, so I'm not using this red background from now on. So if I turn my light up, it will give me very nice focus, as you can see. But then
Right.
I'm overexposed until I sort out the until I drop the backdrop. It reacts with the red behind me, basically.
I see that.
So
Yeah.
until if I move my hand and block the red, it's
Right.
absolutely fine. So if I sit like this all night, there you go. Then
And
if I go like that,
You
I'm
gotta
like
have a
blown out
ring there,
again.
so you have a
Oh.
ring there, so you can kiss the ring.
exactly. But I've just fitted a new studio, so the whole thing is going to look very, very different from tomorrow. But
Okay. As
this
you
is the last
see,
time I'm
under
using this.
construction here too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
fantastic.
yeah. I'm working on some concepts and things, but
We like that.
I see what
when
you're talking
I need a
about.
few more things to come in the mail from Amazon and stuff. So
Oh yes, yeah. I
right
have
now, my
some more
desk is
deliveries
going from
tomorrow.
3 inches to about 8 inches high with drones and parts and boxes, and because
Now,
I had trains on the wall too. I
Very
put my
cool.
engines inside a box and inside a box and everything.
now, where are you going to put the stuff you took off the wall?
I'm only putting well, see, that's just it. I'm debating on whether
point.
to get shelving here for the trains,
Uh-huh.
because I don't want them to fall from up high, because on the other side of this wall is a staircase coming down to this level.
Uh-huh.
And every now and then people lean on the wall as they're coming down.
Right, I got you. But where's
So-
your support at?
There's a beam, well, this here, about 16 inches, which is center of this frame, another 16 inches, which is about a quarter of this frame here, and then to the outside. So I do have
But
studs.
where does the step sit?
Oh, actually, you see this slant here on the
Mhm.
door?
Mm-hmm.
They actually come down maybe about 3 inches past, like this,
Okay.
on an angle. But people tend to hold on to the wall because, unbeknownst to the fire department, there's a fire hazard on the stairway. I don't want to report nothing, but
No,
there
the
was-
only reason why I say that is because you're not actually nailing into the wall, you're nailing into the steps.
yeah, basically, yeah. Basically, but the steps come about here, down on an angle like this. So this corner here is step.
Right, and it's not the wall.
Right. So when I do put the shelf on, I will be able to catch the steps. Yeah, definitely. I just haven't decided on shelving and stuff. But
Okay.
I took
So,
Hadley's bird out today, and I'm
Okay.
really happy. Yeah, Lynn, if you can, go to his house, kick his door in, and make
Yes,
him
please.
go.
Drag him out by his ear and put him in the trunk.
Absolutely.
Yes, yes, yes. If you can do that, we would appreciate it, or at least check up on him and keep us posted via Facebook in the Those Guys group. You can even DM us.
Well,
We all love Paul, the Ed McMahon of YouTube, and we hope
that's
that he
true.
gets better, because I really didn't want him to sit here on a show, on a live stream sick. I would rather him be on his way to the doctor.
Yes,
Exactly.
I
And
mean,
he
hey,
came
Night
on
Train, what's up,
shivering.
brother?
He came on shivering, and he said that he had 106
106 fever.
fever.
Yeah. And when he came on shivering, I could see on camera his bottom lip was shaking like that. So that's it. He's got full on flu, and he needs medical attention, because he said he took ibuprofen and something else. Now, to reduce that fever, he must take Tylenol.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, Tylenol has the ibuprofen in it, and it helps reduce fever. They
So
give it to you in all hospitals. They give it to babies, adults, old people. You just need to take that Tylenol to reduce the fever.
Absolutely.
so listen to this, guys. I see these pictures going around now about this.
Oh.
What happened?
No, keep going.
Oh,
keep
these
going. I'm
pictures
set
are
up.
going around now
I'm set up. I'm ready.
about this new Mavic that's coming out. So now I'm just curious to know, I'm not in the rumor game, and I'm not in the disappointment game either. So I've heard talk about a new Air and all of this, but I also know about the talk that the other Air is still sitting in the store. So I'm just curious to know where they're going with this, and what is this that's coming out, and if anybody had a clue, anybody heard anything other than, because I haven't
can give you
seen
my
anything
take on
for
it
the
if you like.
FCC. Sure, why not?
Okay, I mean, I put a video out on this yesterday. I think we were actually one of the first people to be on YouTube
Yeah,
with
I
these
did see
pictures.
your video.
Yeah, and again, it's one of my videos where I'm very much, these are the pictures. Let's have a look at them. We're not saying this is even a DJI product. We're just saying
Right.
these are out there.
Right.
Let's just take a quick look at them, which is exactly what we did. Now, the guy who originally released them, Kenzaji.com,
Yes.
he has been very reliable in the past. It's the only reason why I actually took them to press. And in actual fact, DJI have shut them down twice before because of just how accurate they've been.
Hey, Timeless.
And it was actually myself and Ash from Droning On. We researched the background of these photos. As I say, we got them back to their original source. And as I say, that source has been very accurate a few times in the past. Ozita LV, that's fine. He retweeted them. I mentioned him in my video, but he really isn't the original source behind these. As far as I'm aware of the information that Kanzaji were told, I'm killing that pronunciation, but never mind, is that this is being called the Mavic X.
Right.
That you know, he's aware that there people are talking of a Mavic Air 2, but he doesn't think it's going to be that. And beyond that, he has no clue. And that is literally where the facts finish.
Right.
For instance, I feel strongly that isn't necessarily a controller that they'll release. I wonder if that's actually
I was thinking
bed.
Something similar because it looks along the Phantom 4 controller size.
To me, you could fit a lot of tech into that big controller. So I wonder if they have one controller to test all upcoming drones.
That's a possibility.
And then they decide on the controller afterwards, you know.
Well, to me, it's hard to tell exactly what size it is because it's not in some hands.
Hey, Joe,
it kind of looks similar to maybe a little smaller than, say, like that smart controller.
You can see it next to the drone in that shot there. So you can see that it's definitely deeper.
Size, about the size of that smart controller.
Yeah, indeed.
Right.
Now, whether the final version is going to be a smart controller-esque with a screen, etc., but that's all speculation. Who knows? One thing that is interesting is the button on the middle of the controller has a normal, a sport, and a tripod, which of course we're not used to seeing a tripod button.
I did see.
However, that actually, under the new EU regulations, which come in on the 1st of July, there has to be a tripod button on the controller, which is essentially a slow mode button, which then allows you to get within 5 meters of uninvolved people. So that also tallies with the regulations that are coming in that this drone would have to fit to.
Right. Well, I cannot guess on it because they did very smart. And what they did, they turned the drone upside down, took a picture of it.
Right.
Okay, now you can't tell the actual size of it because the person who's holding it has a less than normal size hand.
Yes, that's right. Exactly.
It could be a woman's hand. Hey, AZ drone. It may not be. My thing is stop leaking stuff and just say, boom, here you go. Okay.
Well, I heard one comment on my video, which I thought was quite interesting, which is where a chap said when the original Autel was just the Autel Evo 1 was about to come out, there were the Enterprise photos, etc., leaked in inverted commas, suddenly came out, and some people held off going for the Evo because they knew the Enterprise was coming.
Right.
And he found it interesting that just as the Evo 2 sounds like it's almost ready now.
What's good, Hadley?
That these come out. So he was questioning the timing as to who was bringing them out. So. Which I found interesting. I mean, hey, they're physical photographs. They're not just a rumor. They're not just a speculation. We're not sitting here saying, yeah, exactly. We're not sitting here saying it's got a 12K camera and a 60-minute battery, and these are just the photos. Make of it what you like, and that's it. In actual fact, the original person that posted these photos, that owned these photos, actually had less description than even I have of them. He literally said, "Here's the photos. It's. I understand it's been called. The code is Mavic X, but it could be Mavic Air 2 or anything else like that." So it's very interesting.
Now you know what I was interested about, because I've heard this before, and I was curious to know about this because Lawrence has always mentions the one leaked set of photos that everyone missed. And you know, whenever these photos come out, everybody wonders, like, is DJI themselves behind some of these leaks? You know, are they or aren't they?
Well, I've questioned that
You know.
myself in a previous video as well, as to whether it actually. I'm and there are people that will hate me for this that I work with that are close to DJI. But anyway, I am certain the Mavic Mini, there was so much out about that drone that there's no way that could have happened in such frequency without some kind of knowledge. In my personal opinion, I have no facts or evidence to back
Now,
that
see,
whatsoever.
And you know what's funny? Not to cut you off, Lawrence, but the one thing, and Lawrence always mentions this, and I believe this because the reason why I ask you this one is because remember when everyone was talking about the Mavic and everybody was running about the Mavic when it was coming out, when they were going over to the new one, and they had the leaked pictures.
Yep.
There was a Osmo Pocket sitting right there on the
And
table,
nobody saw it.
and no one saw it because no
That's
one
right.
was talking about the Osmo Pocket.
Because they were looking at the drone. You could have put
Absolutely.
a half-naked woman in the background, and the guys who love drones wouldn't have saw her.
There was also the RoboMaster and the wheel there as well, wasn't there?
Yep,
Just on
yep.
the side,
When
but
I
the wheel
saw
and
it-
the back carriage.
Yep.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Hey,
Interestingly,
welcome,
these
Copper State.
photos are very much, you can see that they're kind of leak photos as such, because you can see the person's holding them awkwardly
Well,
and obviously
I'm going to pull
going like
them,
this
I'm
quickly
going
in
to
their
pull them
pocket.
back up, and everything. I'm a firm believer because I know the media, Hollywood, and anything on TV is designed for you to see it the way they want you to see it.
Exactly.
Okay, they want you to see it at this angle. Janet Jackson, remember the Super Bowl thing where the boob popped out?
Yes.
The eye touched. Now I'm going to tell you
Yeah.
right now, her clothes cost more than my rent every month. That top probably costs more than my rent for the next 6 months. There's no way in the hell a designer is going to design something for a star and it just rips off like it was Velcro attached. I'm sorry. I refuse to believe that.
That's right.
So I'm a firm believer that everything you see on TV and in magazines and pictures, hey, Mr. Crawley, is designed for you to see it that way.
More so in movie and
Hey, Crawley, get in here.
And anything recorded, not so much live. You can still have mishaps.
True.
But yeah, that I didn't. That's the one thing that why I always ask that question. Like, does DJI really have something to do with it? Because there's so many things that happens. They come out so often, and then what happened, Lawrence?
No, go ahead. I was just coming up.
There
with
was
something.
that one that had leaked a picture of the when they were looking. Everybody was worrying about the Mavic, and here goes the leaked picture of the Osmo Pocket.
Right.
And then we were still waiting to see what was coming with this Osmo Pocket after that. But that was sitting right there in the picture, looking at the camera for the
go ahead, Mr. Crawley. Invite sent. And here's something that I want to point out also. Out of these leaks, if I'm a company, the number one company in the industry, and Herman leaks my idea right here, and says maybe Lawrence is coming out with this design, okay, and I do not say no, I'm not. Maybe DJI, it does have something. They've never disputed the drawings from Ostilov, and they've never disputed these pictures.
Actually. They have
disputed.
disputed
They've disputed a few.
postings.
They've disputed a few, but I think that was just to throw people off because at one time and point, people were running up to him in the street and asking him, "What do you know about DJI? What do you know?"
I think with leaks, manufacturers,
Phantom,
unless they're asked directly by the press, I don't think they're ever going to bring anything out proactively to deny a leak, because obviously any column inches. We're sat here talking about DJI right now. We're not talking about Unique, So
well, actually, they actually did, because when those leaked pictures came out about the Phantom 5 theory, they came out and dismissed that right away.
Yeah, I mean, well, it wasn't dismissed straight away, but it was asked to Romeo, wasn't it, directly in an interview, and they said, well, we haven't cancelled the Phantom 5 because we never started
What's
it.
up, Crawley?
We
Right.
can't cancel something we've never started.
Right.
But I don't think they'll ever get into the game of actually hunting down leaks and denying them all, because it would just become, a self-fulfilling prophecy. But also,
Yeah, but
I do think it serves them to be able to have us right now talking about DJI. I don't think that's a problem.
Right, but if you know
Exactly.
someone, if you know Mr. Crawley is famous for drawing a palm tree in a bathroom in a certain bar at a certain time every day of every month, once a month, he's going to do this. You tend to not question if he draws a palm tree and a girl next to it. You understand? Then he draws the palm tree and a girl next to it, and you get used to that. And then he draws the palm tree with a girl in a boat next to it. It's just you tend to trust certain things you see.
Right.
No one, DJI did not bring up a lawsuit against Ostilov for his drawings.
Roger.
You know,
But
things like
since
that.
he did have some removed by them, and then since then he no longer claimed they were the new model. He was very careful with his wording. He just says these are some
Yes.
artist impressions.
Right.
Take
right.
from it what you want to.
But
So in actual fact, it will be very difficult for them now.
But if you look at his last drawing, it wasn't of any leak or anything. And it wasn't because it was a drawing of him with his arm around a young lady, and they're sitting on a shore and they're looking at a drone in a distance, which by the way, looked like a delivery drone because the body was extended. But that's that's speculation.
It could be anything.
Because I may see shipping drone, you may see a 3DR Solo.
It could be anything.
I don't think so.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, indeed. I mean, I think the only thing we need to focus on is that the only thing that exists are these photos. They don't look to be doctored. They don't look to be old tech. But hey, they could be from 2 years ago. Who knows?
It could be anything. And until we see them say something,
Herman says that all the time. Until you see it in the store. Until you see it in the store. Remember the infamous Phantom 5 with the interchangeable lenses?
Exactly.
People swore up and down. They started selling their birds. It's coming. I know it's coming. Well,
that was huge.
We ain't seen it yet. Come to find out, it was a custom job.
I have actual DJI footage, DJI drawings.
Okay.
That's their race drone.
I got you.
They're actually in manufacturing with us now.
Is that a Hasselblad camera on there?
That's fake. Look at the antenna.
It's got a David Hasselhoff.
DJI would never put the antenna on the outside. That's
this has a David Hasselhoff.
That's the giveaway.
That's the giveaway, Sean.
It's a
not the long leg on one
special
side.
antenna. That's not
And
an
DJI
antenna.
doesn't put a nose on their bird either.
No, that's for the new FAA laws.
Oh, that's the new beacon?
That's the
RFID.
beacon.
That's
the
the
beacon
RFID.
that was out a couple of weeks back. That's the beacon.
Okay. Ray,
What up,
Matt, Herman. Okay. I can't.
What
look
is
at this
that?
now? Did you send Ray an invite?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe they're out. Maybe it's nice and they're out flying.
Yeah, it might be because
I think he's driving home now. It's about that time of day.
You know how that weather is out there. It was pretty good. It was good for
The
flying.
drone looks like Crowley flew it up a couple of times. Well, I didn't want to say nothing, Night Train.
Couple tree landings.
I did see a few pieces of tree bark attached to it.
A leaf.
Yeah.
Hey, Lawrence.
Yes.
You familiar with this young man, Alexander Mathers? Is his name?
The young man.
Yes.
Yes.
It's the 7th grader that won that contest to name the new Mars rover. And
Yes, I
that's
saw
so
that
cool.
on the news this week. Yes. And
Yeah,
kudos
the
to
name-
him.
Perseverance is the name of it.
Yes, the next rover going to Mars is Perseverance.
It was a contest of what was it? 28,000 kids from K through 12.
Yep. And
In the
he's
United
only in the
States?
7th grade, I think.
Yeah, 7th grader. He won it. He won the contest with his name for Perseverance. I wonder what some of the other names were.
That would be interesting. But I think on the interview he had said he had named it Perseverance because each time man goes to Mars, they will persevere all of the difficult.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know,
he
something
said
related
the
to
other
that.
ones were all named after human traits like serenity and all this, and he said, well, the one that's been missed so far is perseverance,
Right.
which is
It was
obviously what's
man's
going to be needed.
perseverance to stretch out into space.
Did you see his T-shirt in the video? It was
No,
a
I don't
NASA
remember.
T-shirt, but
I
it
didn't
says nerd instead of NASA. I've
Oh.
been hunting high and low for one since I've seen it. I
I'm
need
gonna have
that
to look at that
T-shirt.
clip again to see.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
gotta
need that
check that
T-shirt.
out.
But kudos to him. I did see them, and he's an intelligent kid because up until he went to space camp, he went to go to with his school to NASA, and they say from that time on he has focused on nothing but NASA and being an astronaut, and he's so much into space and stuff. So kudos to him to be. Maybe we'll see him go up one day. Who knows?
Mhm.
But
Cool. Yeah.
I went to
Also-
school and I took up space.
also SpaceX. You went to school and took up space? He's got issues. You know that, right, Crawler?
I know.
You have some issues there.
I entertain myself.
No, that's okay. It's good to
No.
laugh. It's
No,
healthy to laugh.
you know what's funny? I was
Keeps it
trying to read.
interesting.
I was trying to read something, and he said that. I'm like, no, I
No.
forgot what was that.
Now I did hear also that
Yeah.
SpaceX. Now we did this. I did this story maybe a few weeks back. But SpaceX, Elon Musk was every time they launched that satellite,
Mhm.
that rocket, they send up 5 to 10 satellites because they're trying to create that space grid. Well,
Right.
also Elon Musk is also fixing it so that when he takes up space, when SpaceX goes up, you can get a seat and actually go up with the
Now I'm
rocket.
good.
Yeah.
And then come back down with it.
Go up with the rocket, dock at the space station, stay at the space station for several hours to a day. I don't know the exact time, so don't quote me on that. But then you'll be able to take SpaceX back down to the planet, back down
Oh
to.
my God, that would be awesome.
No,
No,
it
I'm good.
wouldn't. No, it
Yeah,
wouldn't.
that would be very
I'm
cool.
The fact that my eyeballs could be sucked out of my head due to the vacuum
Honestly,
of space,
if I could afford to do it,
I still wouldn't do it.
no, hold on. If I could afford to do it, if they were doing it right now, it started this year, I'll wait a few years till they get the new model.
Right.
and
Until they
get it
perfect
right.
it.
and get it right. And then I'll
Well,
take
also, you've seen the
I don't
rockets.
know. Do you really want the model that they get very comfortable flying? It becomes like a amusement ride.
Or do you want the upgraded
that.
version?
I want
with
the one
bugs.
they fixed the bugs in it.
You gotta get it at the right time, I guess.
After they do all the firmware updates, then I'll get on.
Okay, here's the perfect example.
Well, we've
When I
seen
was
that the
talking,
space shuttle is a perfect example.
hold on a second, guys. Here's the perfect example I was talking about. Ostilov tweeted something 10 hours ago, and for DJI to never deny, well, they denied some of his stuff, but this is just to show you. This photo is one of 3 photos that he put out.
Uh-huh.
But this one with the drone on the side here,
Uh-huh.
with some kind of claw on the bottom of it,
Uh-huh.
that's what made me think that it was an
Isn't that the new Matrice?
Here it is. See, if you look at it a little closer.
The new Matrice.
Now, hold on. Look in this corner right here. That's a DJI remote, and that's a return to home button right there.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just saying now. if
Also,
you
the
look down-
controller's got the 3 buttons like the one in the
right
Leaf.
now, if you look down here, you have this 3 buttons, but it's all speculation.
Right.
Mm.
You understand? But
He's also got Ronin on the back of his T-shirt. which is
yes,
interesting.
yes. So, is it a new device for the Ronin? Also, Herman did a story on is going to do a story on the M200 and the M300, and he has one of those in this
Well, I was
picture.
gonna do it today.
As okay, never mind. But
No,
we'll go back
I
to
didn't
the
have
picture.
anything.
But right
except
here,
for those pictures that were leaked.
this is a M200. But notice it has claws under the arms, which is kind of strange.
But did you see the other pictures
Which
of the camera? The
I
same
did see
guy-
some type of
the
camera.
same guy put them out on
Oh, yes, I have those pictures. Actually, give me a second. Herman has sent these to me.
That's what I was asking you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
If you saw those.
Oh, yeah, I actually have them downloaded. I
Well,
just
it's
have to
funny
get.
that you say that about the t-shirt. I just think it's heavy advertisement. And because he's got a, what was that?
Okay.
Osmo
Where are
Mobile
those damn pictures?
chasing the girl.
Where are those damn pictures?
I don't know how you have
Damn.
it.
Where the hell
That's
did
your
I put those
explicit
pictures?
lyrics,
Give me a
folks.
second. Give me a second, man. I'll be back. But I saved the
You know what you
pictures.
can do? Just
Huh.
go to Messenger.
Go to Messenger and pull them up again.
Yeah.
But I
I
put
think
them in a
Matt
folder.
says the
Oh,
switch-
here it is. Nope, that's new Mavic 2.
Big
What the
Matt
hell
said
did
the
I
top
do
left
with
switch
them?
is an Inspire controller
What
for the
happened?
landing arms.
The top left switch. Okay. You heard that, Lawrence?
What?
Matt said top left switch is the landing switch for the Inspire.
Is he
Oh,
talking about
okay.
my drawing?
Okay.
No, on the drawings.
I think so,
Okay.
Sean. Yeah.
Wasn't sure.
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think you put a remote on your drawing.
No, I don't think I included one. Mine
Could
is
you
done by
draw?
mental
Could you put a
dilemma.
woman in your one as well, please, Sean?
And a
I'm going to
remote.
borrow your comedian there.
Yeah.
Put a remote too. So that way we know exactly what it
It's
is.
a headset remote.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
It
no.
could get dangerous.
Suppose someone walks up and slaps you in the back of the head.
Well, then some people in line
Same
of
thing
sight
if you're holding a remote.
for you know, it's funny. Well, it's been Lawrence were talking about this today, talking about how long with these new proposals for the for remote ID, how long it'll take to set up to get to fly one battery for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It'll take you about 40 minutes standing around setting up ground stations and all kind of other stuff just to take off.
Just to fly for 30
Imagine
minutes.
you go live and you slip and fall out there and your controller, the sticks get jammed. The drone will fly while everybody's watching you on the floor. Go fly for 20 minutes and return to home and see you getting up.
Here we go, Herman. I
As
got
long as it took for you to set up out there, now you got to go to a bathroom or something.
right. Imagine the drone comes back to land and you're passed out. It records you. Here it is, Herman. Here's that camera. Right there with dual lens,
That
by
one.
the way. And that, I tell you right now, this piece up here goes into type of, it's going to go into Matrice. But if I'm correct, this is actually the third one, maybe a sense. Wait, there's a circular here. That would be a laser sensor for distance and focusing, but it looks like 1, 2, 3 lens types.
Well, it's showing, I think, 2.
It's showing 2, correct. But what is this on top? A focal sensor? You know,
I don't know what it is. It's his leaked pictures. What does it say in the thing? Does it have the? Because it just said the M.
Oh, it's SIPO, probably the new hybrid camera for the M200
Right.
/300 series.
Right.
What the SIPO is, I have no idea because
That's an intense looking camera, huh?
Yeah.
it is. Hold on. It's
I mean, I can't read this stuff here, but
yeah, that Chinese you can't read, but you
I
got to
can't
figure
read
this
it,
thing
so I'll
probably
tell you
has
I
its
can't
own.
read it.
This thing probably has its own cooling fan, and if it has 2 lenses, it might be able to see. We're hoping maybe infrared, but there we go speculating again.
Or a wicked zoom.
Uh-huh.
That's a
Let me ask
possibility.
you this, Lawrence. How
Huh.
you know I can't read Chinese until I tell you I can't read?
Actually, I can read Chinese.
Okay, so if you can read Chinese,
How?
all right. How do I know
Okay,
you
no,
can't read? Here we go. Here
No,
we go.
no, 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 no. What happened? Well, the print is kind of small.
what it's saying is this information is prevalent to DJI and is not
You
legible.
understand what I'm saying?
I give up, Paul. I mean, I give
print
up, Mr.
small.
Crawley.
I can't read it with the.
Speaking
that
about
print is so
Paul,
small.
everyone say a prayer for him. He's feeling really, really sick. He's got a fever of 106, and he will not go to the hospital. So Lynn, hopefully
106.
Lynn is making a beeline over there and gonna drag him out the house and make him go to the hospital.
Yeah, he's gonna go to the hospital that high.
Yes, Big
Hey,
man. I was thinking the
that's what I
thermal
was- yeah,
also.
I was just gonna tell him the same thing because I
Thinking
was
that-
looking at the picture and it was showing. I don't know if that was the temperature of the lens or what, but
Hodges asks, did anyone read the DJI's response, 90-page response to the NPRM?
no.
I haven't seen it.
If I could obtain a copy, I would love to.
I think you can
Exactly.
go on and get it. But what's this thing out here? Union
Oh, Matt
Robotics?
goes, that's that food. Hope he feels better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
he
he
did say-
did say he ate some chicken that he had in the freezer.
Yeah,
Some
Yeah,
crispy.
he did
chicken.
say he ate chicken or something.
right.
He
And then
put
all of a
some
sudden
hot
this
sauce on
came
it
down.
to kill the taste.
And all of a sudden this came down on him. So I hope he gets to the doctor, they flush it out of him, or he's drinking a lot of fluids because he
Yeah,
he
keep
got on
pounding
here
the water.
shivering. His lip was shivering when he got on.
Mhm.
Really,
And said he was seeing double.
106 is that's deadly.
Well, I'm going to
That's
tell you right
very
now,
bad.
103 will kill an adult. So 106 is definitely something wrong, and I pray he
You know
gets
what?
to the hospital in time.
103 is not that high over your normal temperature.
Look, let me explain something. Doctor told me 103 can kill an adult. A child can handle that, but not an adult is supposed to. Food poisoning, he needs to go to the doctor. I agree,
That's what
man.
it sounds like to me. But
XJet has
he want to
links.
try to ride it out on the toilet. I don't know because
What does Copper State Aerial for say? XJet has links to the responses from DJI and Google Wing.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna have to read that. We will not probably talk about that until we do a little fact checking. We kind of like to back up the information we have with a link or something. Your daughter went into fever, seizures at 14, eyes rolled into the back of her head, scared the hell out of you, and that was 104. Well, if you guys remember, my wife was recently sick, and she had a fever of 103, and you start getting delirious at that point. Okay, so
Yo.
let's hope he can get, and I understand he doesn't want to leave the dog. And Paul, if you're listening, Lynn could feed the dog. Just get your behind to the hospital. Plain and simple.
You don't screw with that.
You
Hey,
know,
Lawrence, can we
you
a
get to the hospital, we can see you online at another time and place. But right now you need to take care of yourself.
He really needs to do that and stop fighting it.
True. I mean, I'm stubborn in my own way, but yeah, cold shower does work, but he's so weak he can barely stand. And that's another sign that he needs to get some medical attention.
You know that does help though, right? That cold shower. I
Like
was gonna
what?
tell you the cold shower because I was gonna tell you that's that home remedy for babies with the with the pneumonia when they have that. high
Yeah,
fever,
in the
the
time that
ice
you can
bath
give them, at the time that I can give them a
breaks the
Tylenol.
fever.
If you go to XJet YouTube and go to the video for DJI and Google, go in and back for RC planes and for RC planes and drone pilots. I do have XJet subscribed.
Okay. So check this out, Lawrence. Union Robotics has a
What happened?
Union Robotics
Yeah.
has a factory training certification program. It's for actually the company or the name of their program is RAF, and it's a program that's designed to train industrial pilots on government procedures for UAV rescue and stuff like that, missions and stuff like that for industrial areas and that. It's interesting because the way they were talking about it in this thing I was listening to here, this guy here, Jen R. Tillman is supposed to be running. He's a helicopter pilot, and he's supposedly so one of their I guess master pilots, and he's going to be running this program in the training of the industrial drone pilots for government procedures, for current operations, for operations out of line of sight, and also for night and other procedures. So the government is also having training in these things too now.
Well,
that was quite interesting.
I'm interested. I just wish I was going to school now at this time, because now the stuff that they offer you in school is so much cooler than what they had when I was in school. I mean, you can go to school right now. Hey, John Weaver, RC, welcome to Wednesday nights with those guys. Good knowledge when a pilot flies full scale and smaller scale. You know what? That is very, very true. Manamana, how are you? Welcome.
Hey, what's up, huh?
Manamana.
Now, Paul's not here. My wife is doing it behind me. I just can't get away. I can't get away. But anyway, hey, welcome back, Sean.
Does she have the puppets too?
No, just stop it. No, she doesn't have the puppets. But she just did the Manamana song.
Tell her to get the puppets.
Even though you didn't hear it, the Manamana song was played for you as you entered Manamana FPV. My wife just did it behind my head, and I'm like, oh no.
Goes through my head so many times.
What's up, Justin?
What's going on?
Hey, Justin. I see 2 spaces up on the wall. What's up?
Oh no, just moving stuff around, playing around.
Okay. All right.
I'm still waiting for the connectors for the Tyro so I could get that up and running.
Okay.
But that's coming from,
yeah, so that's coming from West Bubble Blank.
Pretty much.
So Sean, what's interesting news you have, and when are we going to hook up to do that podcast?
Well, it's actually the live stream where we're starting our live streams from next Tuesday. So I would love you to come on as a guest on one of those. Next week we've actually got the follow up to the Vernon Kurzweil Microdrone 4.0 interview. We're playing out that interview live. Just to follow up, the interview itself brought up so many questions from the backers, which we've gone back to him with to try and nail him down a little bit. So yeah, that's next Tuesday.
Okay.
The following Tuesday, I would love you to be on there if you're available.
Yeah, I told you I would be down. Just have to remind me on the Friday or Saturday before.
I will, sir.
Because I say I'm going to put it in my phone and I never get to my phone and I go squirrel and start playing a video game, or you know how it is.
Yeah.
You get on your computer. To answer emails, and you go from emails to social media, from social media to YouTube. Then from YouTube, remember you had to upload pictures. I could go on and on.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is what I do. I got to make a phone call, and I go like this. I pick up my phone, and I'm like, oh, somebody messaged me. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'd like to get, let me go check to see if I have that pot.
And before you know it, you didn't make the call. It happened to me while talking to Herman. I was supposed to call my prescription. And Herman was talking to him, and I said, now at 12 o'clock, I got to call a doctor's office. Make a long story short, I got off the phone. It was freaking 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
No, he wasn't talking to me that long.
Sure.
Yeah, otherwise,
what are you wearing?
It's been very busy for drone news recently. We've got some very big stories coming up on the EU drone regulations and whether the UK is going to be part of it or not, and all sorts of random stuff going on. Keeping us very busy.
Also, Bill from Coast to Coast Drones is trying to work out something to have those guys on in about a week or next week, I think.
Yeah, he said next week Wednesday.
on his live stream.
Yes. At 8 or 8:30.
Yeah, at 8 o'clock. The problem is Herman has to pick up his son from basketball practice, but we're gonna try.
8:30.
We're gonna try and wing it right. His live stream starts at 8:30. Coast to Coast Drones. It starts at 8:30, and the same night after Herman's show. Actually, tonight too. So we're gonna try and make it.
Yeah, he's on tonight at 8:30.
Usually that's past my curfew because once I get off of here after Herman's stream and I eat dinner, I'm like ready to go to sleep and shit.
Did he say past his curfew?
Yeah, because he gets up at 2 in the morning.
But I wake up the rooster.
The
You know?
rooster,
Hey, what's up, Indigo Rhino?
Oh,
Mr. Crowley.
what's going on?
Mars gets up so early that the rooster just pats him on the head to me, give me 5 minutes.
It's like the snooze.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Give me a break.
Give me 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes.
I don't know what it is. It's
Daylight
just-
savings.
to go.
Daylight savings.
I don't know.
What's going on with your little background, Lawrence? What you doing over there?
I know,
Under
what's going on with
construction.
frames?
Under construction.
No, so
Actually, I
I'm
came
not
up
the
with
center
a
of
great idea.
attention anymore.
I came up with a really great
Oh, I didn't
idea.
set up my wall.
But
Damn.
hold on. The
They
idea
compete.
was, you know how people take picture frames and they show the picture, right? Well, I'd return the picture around and I'm gonna put the
The back of the
objective
drone.
the objective is to hang drones inside the frames, sort of like this, give or take, in different spots in various places. So
I got you.
you can't see with my belly in the way, of
So
course,
I won't be the center of attention anymore.
you know, so
This is different.
it's under construction. That's all I can say.
Well,
But
I'm just glad you don't have a wall like Casey Neistat does, with all the busted Phantom 4 Pros along the wall that he crashed.
and which I want to say, Curtis Dart sent me this bird.
Dude, that's awesome.
Hadley built this one. Curtis Dart had this one before I got this one. They are the exact same birds because Hadley built 5 of them. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, when I first got this bird, it was stock like this one. This one is stock. And I had to slow it down because it was too damn fast. Now that I've learned to fly a little bit, I've left this stock and all I have to do is just mess with the rates. Hey, Brant Ariels, mess with the rates a little, but
Okay.
I'm leaving this one. I think this one hits about 60, 65 miles an hour, which I'm loving right now. So
Okay.
I have a set of twins, except,
I know Indigo. Oh, open.
yeah, I have a set of twins there now. But I did go out and test it out. I did a maiden flight today. Just before the live stream, I edited and saved the video. So maybe after the live stream, I'll probably upload it, or I'll upload it and save it for tomorrow. What's that? Your science experiment? Mr. Crowley and his drone is your back. Oh, okay. There's your prop wall.
It's the start of the prop wall.
The start
Once I
of the
fill
prop
this,
wall. Look,
I have one more of these. Then it's
where's
gonna go
mine?
on the
Where's my
wall.
prop?
Then it's going to go on the wall. You're here and here.
Okay, yeah, see?
'Cause
That's
we
what's
got
up.
one for Phantom 101 and one for you.
Yeah, I had rode Phantom 101 on a racing drone propeller.
And
Right.
Justin's here.
Yeah. So
Last
if you
video.
have FPV props or Phantom props or any type of prop, sign it and get it to Mr. Crawley. He's building his prop. wall.
Definitely.
He's
The wall's
building a prop
coming.
wall. It's coming along. He's got it about halfway down that board right there.
It's like 80, and I need probably another 130 for this wall.
Wow.
And then I'm gonna try to get. I'm gonna get it. I spy.
You'll get it. Just keep contacting people and
Yeah,
doing
exactly.
Indigo goes, "What's this? Your science project?" That's what I thought when I saw him walking around with it. Then I see the props on the back. So
Actually, I'm gonna
that's
take Indigo's props down now.
what's
He knows what it was.
Take it down and set it on fire. That's how fast he
So
flies.
Indigo, I don't know if you knew about the big error on Amazon where
Justin made
company-
out.
this company made an error on their discount.
Mhm.
So
Hey, Rob.
usually these rolls of PLA are like $20. They were
How
going
much did they
for
charge?
60%
Feet on the
off.
ground. What's good, man?
They were going for
Lucky-
60% off.
Really? So $10, $12?
People were buying. They bought so many of it. I think they bought half of their stock out, and they started sending emails to people saying, "Hey, we kind of made a mistake. If you
That's
send
not
this
my
stuff down."
Now,
problem.
what kind of TPU is that? Is that the stiffer one or the flex one?
This is like the basic one. This is a stiffer one. It's PLA. That's pretty much the basic.
Okay.
The-
Justin, did you say they asked for it back?
Yeah, one guy, he bought so many that they asked him if
He asked, how bad did you stick them, Justin? He says, how many you got?
I got about 10 rolls.
Wow.
Nice.
You lucked
Nice.
out.
10 rolls for $50.
Wow. Instead of 5 rolls for
I knew
$50.
dudes that bought probably like at least 50 rolls.
Damn.
And they started emailing people saying, "Oh, we made an error on our website. If you could kindly please."
So
send
what
the
colors you
items
got?
up."
What colors you got? I send you some stuff to print.
All different kinds of colors.
Indigo goes 10 rolls, LMAO score.
Yeah, so they
now-
started sending emails to people saying, "We made a mistake. Could you be kindly enough to send it back, and we'll give you a full refund?"
Yeah, right.
Nobody sent
Not.
it back.
So now you're
Well,
going into production.
I have too many now.
Justin's gonna burn out that printer
You're gonna
now.
have to buy 2 of them, and he's gonna be sitting there.
Well, I actually got
yeah.
to open some gifts today too.
Oh, what you get?
Hadley's famous FPV,
Yellow,
nice.
purple, color changing one.
Color changing also.
Yeah,
Look at him.
white, black,
He went shopping.
more black. I got metallic green.
Look at him just giggling away. He's just giggling away. He's in his glory.
Mm-mm-mm.
That I'm happy for you. Now that you're going to raise the prices, watch.
Right now, some guy or some
Somebody's-
woman is on their way home to tell the family they lost their job because of this.
Uh-huh. Well, I
And-
got a little care package today from Hadley's famous FPV, and he sent me my GPS, which I can put on my 7-inch bird here,
Mhm.
which means I could actually go a little further than the park and still
How
be
do you
able to
put
make
it
it
on?
back home. And then he sent me 3 mounts, 1, 2, and this one I like especially because of the skull on it.
I like the skull.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
these will all fit on my long distance bird, and the color scheme is blue. So that'll work out pretty
How
good.
do you
Oh,
put it on?
and he sent me a long range antenna finally, because the problem was with this bird, most antennas stuck about this high past the bird, which means when you turn backwards,
Mhm.
the battery and everything's in the way. So now with this 8-inch antenna on top, I can turn any direction I want, flip, and I'll have a direct line of sight with this antenna. Mr.
Okay.
Crawley, TMI.
Nice.
TMI, Mr. Crawley.
What happened to
He's chatting to us, and you guys don't see this, but the chat,
Stupid.
the chat for the panel.
But just to give you an idea how many people were buying this stuff. This is one guy. This is his first batch that he got.
Oh,
Oh shit! Oh, sorry.
awesome.
Wow, Joe,
Batch. He's waiting for the second round to come.
get out of here.
Somebody is gone.
Somebody's going home. Yeah, I agree. Somebody's going home, and they're going, honey, guess what happened today?
I have a pink
Oh, let's
slip.
not guess what happened.
Hey, Desmond, how are you, brother?
So it's not guess what happened. I made a mistake, and they fired
No, but see,
me.
you're not going to go home and tell your wife.
Oh no!
that,
Oh no!
babe, guess what happened?
I got fired.
They let me go today. Why? I don't know. They're making cuts.
Actually, Sean, I need a prop from you if you don't mind.
have it in an envelope ready to go. I have
Oh
two
yeah, I
for
already
you.
sent you the
Yeah.
address. I'm sorry.
Well, Phenomena.
I've just been very bad at going to the post office. Sorry, brother.
Oh, that's okay. I forgot I sent you the
Phenomena. They
address.
usually go for $20 a roll.
Thank you.
They made the mistake
No,
and made it
I'm looking forward to
$10 a
it. Being up
roll.
there.
They usually go for $20 a roll,
I
and
don't
they
have
made the
your
mistake and
address.
sold them for 10.
That's awesome.
You heard
Listen,
me,
what?
Mr. Crowley? I don't have
What?
your address.
What?
He doesn't
I don't have your address to
your
send you
address.
props.
Oh, hold on. I'll put it in the thing.
Oh, yes. Feet on the ground. Those strobes were bright enough.
Where did I put it?
I
Yeah.
actually tied one to the leg, the red one to the leg. But I didn't want to use the same color as Herman because Herman was using white. So I tied the red one to the leg, and it lit up the leg and the entire inside and the area, the entire area. So I could see literally where the bird was the entire time. I appreciate you for sending me those. I haven't tried out the white one yet, but I'm going to use the white one on my Phantom, like Herman, and use the red one. I don't know where I'm going to put it yet, but I'm going to use the white one on top. So at least aircraft can see me from the top, looking down. But thank you very much for.
I would try to keep
Hey,
that-
Metro Drones, how are you?
I would try to keep that red one away from camera.
Yeah,
altogether.
definitely. That's why I have my camera, my Phantom set now, so that when I take a picture or shoot video, the lights automatically go off. Yeah, because sometimes you forget to cut off the lights. I had it on manual, and you'll have this red hue around everything, like you have a red filter on or something. Who says metal printing? I've seen some metal printing. It's pretty hot.
What happened?
Indigo mentioned metal printing.
Okay.
I've seen some metal printing, but the size of the machines would fit in your living room. and then what they use to melt down is I don't know the exact type of metal, but it's heats up very quickly and dries on contact with air within 2 minutes.
I'd love to see
For
that.
those of you who are looking for Mr. Crowley's address, I have it right here for you.
Hold on, let me see.
Post it.
Because I did see something on metal printers.
Hold on.
Indigo, I'm gonna look for something for you that I think that I saw before. I'm gonna see if I could find it.
But
At
you
a
have
company
any-
I worked for, we had a laser, which a lot of companies do press machines to cut out product and stuff like that. This would cut 3/4 inch steel with a laser and cut hundreds of pieces out of this giant sheet of 3/4
Yeah,
inch
that's
steel.
crazy.
Like you actually have to it picks up with suction cups, this crane that lifts the plate onto the machine. They roll it in and all of a sudden it's like these lasers come. It's insane. It's
And cut
3/4
straight
thick
through?
steel.
Okay.
Phenomenal. And then they bend it. And it was like, wow.
Here you go, Indigo, if you're still here, this is a desktop metal printer. If you can afford it, you can have a metal printer in your house at this link right here. Okay, so I've seen much bigger metal printers, but this one is the first desktop one I've ever seen. Now, what kind of licenses you'll have to have that sucker in your house, you need to find out yourself.
Oh, how big is it?
I put the link in the
In the chat.
chat there. But hold on, let me go back. You have different types of metals that it takes too. So it's becoming affordable for us more and more. Right now, I don't know anyone at Mere Human that can buy it right now, but it'll eventually drop in price like everything else. The first 3D printer I saw was $5,000 with TPU back when they first came out. Now look what they're going for, 200, you know? So just food for thought. Give you something to look at or think about.
Okay.
For those of you, I know Indigo is deep into printing. Yeah, when they say no price on it and you got to ask, yeah. Yeah.
You got to call up the
Exactly.
dealer and make the deal on the machine you want and how you want it.
Right, that's what right. You don't go into Bugatti and say, Oh yeah, how much?
Well, hold on a second. How much?
How much extra for the ashtray?
How much?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Nah, but you know what you use that as an excuse for?
Huh.
To go in there and like you look in the cupboard, well, yo, whoa. I can't get this. There's no cup holders.
What's up, Cool Vic?
What's up, fella? What's up,
Then you-
Sean?
what's
What
up,
happened,
brother?
sir?
Then you slide out.
What's up, fellas?
Well, now we got
No, you gotta test drive it.
let's get this drop.
Right on
Ready?
time for the drop.
Lawrence,
Yeah.
you guys ready? We're
Ready.
Justin. Okay. Wednesday night with those guys are sponsored by
Those
guys. But Sean, are you familiar anything with this Bristol and teaming up with Sheeble? I think that's how you pronounce it for
Hey,
this
Daryl.
program
Hey,
that they're doing with unmanned aircraft for lifetime or life-saving missions. They're working.
Don't recognize the names. No.
Yeah, well, they're working on it. Something that's
Did you say Bristol?
Bristol?
Okay.
Yeah, they're carrying out UAV training where they're was it maritime and
Yes.
land
Search and rescue.
yeah, for search and rescue.
Yes.
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah, and you want to know what? It would be pretty cool to take a delivery drone that can carry 300 pounds and launch it from a ship and go
Mhm.
out and pluck somebody from the damn water.
Well, they're using that the Sheeble what's that, the Camcopter S100 system. That's the same one I mentioned to you before. With the I think it was the Malaysian armed forces were
Mhm.
using it at the time when they had a spill.
I got pictures of her right now.
a chemical spill in the water, and they were using it to fly missions to. They were conducting some tests, some samples.
This is what she is. This is the Sheeble.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
But-
cool.
But think about it. They can use this thing
Yes, I've
for
seen this.
search
Yes,
and
sorry.
rescue.
Yeah.
You can use this. I didn't want to do that. Where did that come from? You can use this thing for search and
How
rescue.
much they want for it?
140 miles an
Hold
hour.
on, hold on. Don't laugh. I saw the cost. Hold it. I saw the cost. Wait a
Did you?
minute. I just have to Google it. Here it is. S100 price cost $400,000.
Oh man, write them a check, Lawrence.
Dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna get one.
I'm a penny short. Can you help me out?
Yes, no problem.
I just don't
I'll
have shipping.
cash app it to you.
I don't have shipping covered.
Then we're
Thank
gonna
you.
get one of those, right?
Yes, it's $400,000, and you could have your own search and rescue vehicle, and it has a cargo compartment for carrying luggage. Now let me stop.
That's crazy.
Actually,
No,
it's
but-
not bad if it can carry you around.
Well, think about
I
it.
don't think it can carry you around, but they're gonna be apparently from what I understand is that in conjunction with the Coast Guard and this maritime department here, they're supposed to be using it for life-saving missions such as search and rescue.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what they
so,
use it
For example, if you have a grid of Coast Guard ships and you're going in one direction, you can send a drone in another. So if you have each one of these drones on ships, they can cover a lot more area,
Absolutely.
So I'm for it 100%.
And it's funny because they're manned by a pilot that's in a remote area, and it can
Yes.
also be flown autonomously.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it also, like they said, they use it, they fly it way beyond the line of sight.
Thank you, Phantom Hodges, for coming in. Enjoy your supper.
Way beyond the line of sight.
That's awesome.
And
Yeah, so-
even in airspace, as the film or whatever I was listening to said, what is this? Said they called it I had it written down here, the airspace.
Hey, Bill, coast to
Mentioned that
coast. How are you, buddy?
It was an undesignated airspace, so I guess that's unsegregated. So I guess it's wide open airspace.
That's 140 miles an hour. That's awesome. That's cruising.
Cruising,
Yeah.
dude. 140 miles per hour in the sky?
Well, no, for a little drone,
Yeah, that's true.
you know, or a
For
battery powered.
$400,000, it better move.
Yeah, that's true. Valid point. For 400,000, you should be able to beat any car on the street.
It better move.
Stock. Any stock car on the street.
Did you see that drone? Cool bit.
Did you see it, Coolbick, Ray? I can't hear him.
Muted. He's muted.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
muted.
that I thought was quite interesting.
Here you go, Ray. I'll pull it back. I'll give you the link, but they're gonna do search and rescue with this bird right here. Give me a second. I'll post it in. There you go. Oh, the link is too long. It won't let me post it. All right, so
Okay.
I'm gonna cheat. And how dare you tell me I can't post that link?
Hello, coast to coast.
What's up, Bill? How are you?
Hey, Bill, what's good?
Which, by the way, he'll be coming on 8:30 p.m.
Tonight.
And those guys will be on.
Can't see in windows. The typical pervert.
I'm
trying to find a link
It's
for
got
you,
all
Ray.
kind of. You can put any kind of cameras on this thing.
Just type in S100
Camcopter.
Camcopter S100, Ray. And you'll see
S100.
pictures of it. As the links for some reason aren't letting me put. Listen, Indigo Rhino, could you imagine the racing drone you could build for 400,000?
Yeah, put car motors on it.
You could build a couple of them.
Keep the charger on it, and nitrous, all everything.
No, it'd have a flux capacitor.
Uh-oh. Look out.
Droning on. How are you, brother?
It runs on plutonium.
Welcome to Wednesday night.
Hey, Ash. Ash for joining them.
Wait, somebody was.
Why do you
I
sound
think
like that?
Oh, Mike cracking.
Okay, there it is. No, it's good. Every now and then, for some reason, the
It did it on
voice
my side too.
What's up,
gets
everyone in the chat?
incredibly loud. What happened, Justin?
No, I was saying what's up to everyone in the chat.
So, Justin,
What's going on?
I need a graphics card
Uh-oh.
I need Herman's graphics card. So how are you going to help him get a new graphics card so I can get his old one?
How much money he wants to spend?
Well, we've already established in order to play 8K, you're going to need a graphics card that costs a G at least.
Oh, they're not that much money. I mean,
Well, if we start out with 1,000, we could work our way down to the cheaper model. As long as Herman gets one and I can get that graphics card that's in his machine.
Oh, good move. Smooth move.
I mean, the prices is going up because of the coronavirus and everything.
I don't know if anyone heard this conversation and how it started. There was a part where the conversation went straight over to the left.
It usually does.
I heard somewhere we can start at 1,000 and work our way down.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Herman's willing. Herman's willing. The final bid is $1,000.
He said that first. He said that first about Justin's graphic card like about a month ago. And when Justin get it, he can get his. I was like, all right, so you want some hand-me-downs, huh?
It's kind of like
I'm
we
seriously
like your
trying to get
extra
me
drone,
graphics.
Lawrence.
Huh?
We like your extra drone.
You know what's funny about that though? You talking about $1,000?
$1,100.
Wow. All right.
$1,100 is the cheapest right now.
Yeah. Okay. One of these days.
Hey, Ed, what's up? Love my drones.
You know what? I'll do it when the time comes.
Stop it.
Well, they're supposed to come out with the next series, so once that come out, the other ones are gonna go down.
Okay.
Yeah, see, that's what's up. Stay
But
on top of it, Justin.
Do they
But
work?
E3 got canceled, so that's a big hit.
What?
E3 got canceled this year.
Yeah, I know.
That's big. That's really, really big.
Oh, well. Something will happen. Something when the time comes, it'll happen. I'm not doing anything to the computer before it's necessary.
Well, when you're
Listen,
ready to upgrade, let me know, Herman.
Okay. I'll let you be the first one that I tell. The very first one.
Okay.
So that's all you had on what do you call it, Lawrence?
On what?
On FPV?
No, well, there's not a whole bunch of FPV news. I'm trying to find some information
Other
on
than
what type of RFID system that they would be putting into FPV birds, but no one seems to have any information yet.
well,
Well, Canada up there's, well, we already know that to 1K, 1 kilogram.
in Canada.
What?
Yeah.
One
You
kilo?
don't have to register anything under 1 kilogram.
250 grams, I think, isn't it?
It's 2.2 pounds.
Okay.
For registration?
Yeah, so they don't have to register. You don't need a
Yeah.
yeah, they just changed it. But
Yeah,
then
know
I
they
was told
changed
that
it.
they restricted them in the past couple of days.
Yeah, I think it's they made changes to the hobbyists coming into Canada, but you
Uh-huh.
have to be a Part 107 now to be able to fly up there.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But I think it's 250 grams is the magic limit up there as well. And then their hobbyists, even their hobbyists need to take that basic license.
No, I think it's the one. I think it's 1K now. They were just Roger was telling me too. It was 1K.
Is it? I don't
Was
know.
the small
I didn't hear
instead
anything
of we have
about
250, they have 1K now.
No,
Well, we'll have to look at that.
yeah, definitely.
I don't know. I didn't hear anything about it. The only thing I heard about Canada is their air traffic, that management system that they're going to be getting up there.
Yes.
That's the only thing I heard about in
Yeah.
Canada. You know, Mr. Crowley? With the
Yeah, just to
airstream?
clarify, it is still 250 grams.
It is.
Yeah, for Canada. So the Mavic Mini is the ideal one there. That's before you have to take that test that Roger took. You know, the basic license for hobbyists now up there.
Okay.
Oh, I have that wrong then. Sorry.
I've loved my drone to saying the Canadians have their own test, but once you take the test, it qualifies you to 1 kilo. So
Oh,
maybe,
maybe
that's
that's
where,
what it was.
Okay.
where it's come from. Yeah,
Wait, it's not a license. It's just a test.
I think the test gives you. I think they call it a license for some reason.
Oh, okay.
Right, right.
Yeah,
The same one that Roger took.
that's right. Yeah, I believe so.
Where he had to learn how to fly, know how to
Yeah,
fly a
yeah. He
helicopter.
basically had to know how to handle a helicopter.
Yeah. I'm like, I hope they don't put that on the 107 test.
Yeah.
Like when you're in a helicopter now, no, whoa, wait, it's bad enough they want you to know information that only a pilot needs.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, some of the things with weather and contacting, you know, the control tower and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
I mean, how often is that something that you're going to have to do as a drone pilot?
Yeah, no, indeed.
Like I'm flying into Kennedy right now and I need to queue up the no,
I suppose it's one of those tests of depth of intelligence, I suppose, because I think they're probably saying that we don't want people flying these drones that don't have any sense.
That's exactly.
So if they have enough sense that they can pass this test, then actually we're okay with them flying here.
No, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Even though the people that actually say the test is like, it makes no sense. Because
Sean, you used the key word intelligence. They
I
assume,
apologize.
you-
I
you-
apologize.
they assume that the intelligent
Well,
the intelligent people will comply.
well,
And-
what I was always told
You
about
assume.
that, and I've asked this question about it, and they're saying that if you're going to be operating in the airspace, you need to know what everyone else knows about how the airspace operates.
Right.
You're going to be operating there professionally. Why not?
Absolutely.
What were you
From a
saying,
professional
Justin?
perspective, definitely.
Right. Justin was saying something before, hid behind the cup.
Timeless
it's
Truth
like-
said. Timeless Truth says basic licenses is first, then advanced next, which requires a flight review test.
Okay.
Thank you, Timeless.
Hey, it is, Roger.
Yeah, Roger's been here for a minute. He's been
No, I saw him earlier. I saw him earlier in the chat, but no, what I was saying, the only thing I heard about Canada is that they're getting, remember we were talking about that Lawrence Unifly?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're coming to Canada to set up air traffic control for
UTM,
drones.
unmanned traffic management, maintenance, whatever you want to call it.
Management. Yeah.
Basically air traffic control for drones. So let's see what happens in Canada. It's already been proven to work in Germany and a few other places in Europe. So let's see what happens in Canada. I'm hoping it trickles down into the States, but unfortunately, they're so
How do they
greedy
handle
here.
the,
I'm curious to know
FAA?
because the gentleman that was in that
Excuse me one
I don't
second.
know what do we call that podcast?
Yeah.
He mentioned that it is in use here in the States. There is a company that's using it, their system, but it's not what the FAA wants to use. That's what he was saying. But they have offices here in New York. I think they have one in Philadelphia. If I'm not mistaken. They have a couple of locations here in the States. So they're here. Somebody's using it, their business.
True.
So like I said to you this before on the other stream, that I really believe that, the proposal was something that they were like, oh no, nobody's ever going to like this. Yeah, but if they don't like that so much, they'll love the one that you're really going to give them.
Yeah, that's true. Let's feed them. Let's feed them little at a time. And then when they don't expect it, just tell them this is what you're getting.
The people are never going to like that. I know they're never going to like it, but they're going to hate this one so much that they'll love the one I'm giving them.
Yeah.
Herm, you still sending that bird back?
No, because it was performing properly when you weren't flying.
Yeah, when I wasn't flying, right?
Lauren, did you tell him about what happened to me?
I told Herman, but you can tell everyone.
So I was halfway over the water, and my drone popped up with a message said, battery low, preparing to land. So automatically I hit the cancel button.
Out over the East River.
And I look at my battery percentage, and it wasn't even low. It was at 69%. And when I got the message, it didn't drop or like go to 20%, go back up. It just stayed at 69%. So that kind of freaked me out. So, I came right back, and I was like, oh, I'm not flying right now.
You should look at that flight log.
I told them that it had to do with battery conditioning, because being that, at least this is what I suspect, because being that he has not flown that drone for a while, what happens is with DJI batteries especially, they go into storage mode. Now, and I've had this happen myself, where if you do not wake it out of storage mode, it will take off in storage mode, and you thinking you have full power, it's still locked in storage mode saying 50%, even though you charged it and it says full. I have had this happen. Now, the only way around it is to actually go and put the battery that's in storage mode in your drone, start it up, go into maintenance or to see what the cells are, and then that should take it out of storage mode. But it doesn't work all the time. But I have had it happen to me.
Yeah, but that to me, I don't understand that shit, because there's no storage mode to put on those batteries. The only way you put the storage mode is you hit this button on this charger. That's the only way. Now, if the battery was just sitting, but what he said, it was a fully charged battery though, right? When you went out.
So what happened is, remember I was supposed to go out with y'all.
Yeah, that was the night you went to Tesla while we were further in
No,
Brooklyn.
before that. Remember we were supposed to go out again, but I wasn't able to make it. But I charged it. It was when I first had it, it was at maybe 2 bars. I fully charged it. It was fully charged, and I was gonna fly, but I didn't get to fly. So the day of when we went to Tesla in the morning, I charged it. It was 1 bar down, so I just basically charged all the batteries. So by the time I was ready to go, everything was good.
And what's your discharge cycle set on? How many days is that set for?
Mine's is set for 7 days.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so You just when if you not format, if you do a upgrade on your phone, leave that battery in there and do the update with the battery in it, because the battery probably needs to
be updated, you're saying? Ray went out. Ray froze for some reason.
But here's a crazy thing.
Oh, you're saying, Ray?
Now I'm saying sometimes when you do the firmware update, it will update that battery. Maybe the battery needs to be updated.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
Okay.
that's kind of strange to go out there and you get that little battery and it want to land and it don't land. You know, which I'm glad it didn't.
That
land.
is
Normally-
strange, right? Because when my battery would say when I take off, you know, you look at the red bar for GPS.
Mhm.
As you take off, if you take off manually or you take off automatically, it goes to a set height and says battery in storage, or it says storage mode in red. And that's what would make me bring it back down. And once I shut the drone off and restarted everything, then the battery would go to full.
Yeah, I knew
Yeah, it was
that.
weird. It was on the
Never
way of
happened.
actually coming back too. And it's like I flew over there, I took some pictures, I took a little video videos. On the way back, halfway back, the message popped up. I got to pull the log out because you probably hear me say, "Oh, I'm like, what the hell?"
Odd. That's odd that it would do that, though.
Yeah,
that
I've never even heard of
happened.
that.
Even on my other Phantom or anything like that.
But take into account, he has not flown these batteries for a while, right?
Yeah, I
Justin?
got that. But he
I don't
charged
know.
the
He
battery.
charged it. Right, he charged it.
Now, I know if I take the battery and I let the battery sit there and discharge to storage mode on the battery. If I put that battery in the drone, and I look in the battery log, it will say that. But if I charge that battery, the
Big
battery
Matt said it happened to him
Oh.
once too.
always charges.
So, but look at this. This is a Phantom 2 battery. I haven't charged this thing
The
since
Mavic.
November.
A Mavic 2 battery.
I still have 3 bars, and that's in
But
storage.
it's funny because they tell you can go into the settings and you can tell the battery to discharge after 2 days. And the reason that I had my battery discharge after 2 days was there were times I was supposed to go flying and either something happened or I just didn't go flying. So that's all right. If I don't go flying in the next 2 days, I want the batteries to trickle down.
Yeah.
But if you, and that's why I put it for 2 days. So if I charge all my batteries to full, within 2 days, if I don't fly after that, they're supposed to trickle down. They're supposed to drain off because that's how the batteries are designed. You
I
charge
leave mine
them.
for 5 days. Yeah, 5
Yeah,
days.
I
I
get
know I'm
that.
going to fly.
I get that, but you know why I don't like the low days like that? Because let's say you have it set for 2 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you don't fly that battery, so now that battery discharges in 2 days. Now you say I'm going to go out and fly. Now you charge that shit now, and you take them out, and you come back with one battery that you didn't fly, and now in 2 days that discharges down to the halfway point of storage. Then now within 4 days you go out again now, and you charge all those batteries to go out again, and you have batteries that are constantly trickle discharging and recharging. It's best to let them, if you didn't use them and you
That's
might
it.
go out within 2 days, let them hold the charge
Yeah.
instead of letting them discharge on their own and you recharge that battery again.
That's why I leave mine for 5 days. So I know I'm going to fly before 5 days. You see, I never go lower than 5 days, or more than 5 days. I'm definitely going to fly within 5 days.
I thought that 2-3 days would be a good idea, but no, that
never
causes
worked.
useless charging on the battery.
Yeah, useless. So 4 or 5 days storage is the best. I figured that out over these years.
3 days is not going to kill you with a charge on the battery. 2-3 days is not going to kill you with a charge on those batteries.
Maybe I'll change that. Maybe I'll change it from 2 days.
I would
Put it
kinda
to 5, man.
My drone at work, so I can't even pull up the logs on it.
Oh, okay. But it should tell you in that log, though, everything that happened.
Yeah, the log should tell you. In fact, the log should tell you if there's a power surge or who knows, it could be any number of things.
Listen, you
How
said you
high
left the
above
drone
the
at work.
waterway, Justin?
How high what?
Above the
You
waterway.
good.
How high above the water were you, Justin?
Maybe like 250 to 275. Not that high.
Okay, yeah, he was up. I mean,
Well,
he
at
was high.
275 feet.
Yeah, he was up.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I've flown the Maverick Pro at like 6 feet above the water,
Mhm.
and it doesn't see the sensors, and it says it's landing, but it says nothing about batteries.
That's why if you're gonna fly that close to the water, you got to turn the sensors off.
Right.
Yep.
No, I
You know,
Because the
just found that out.
sensors for
I
some
It's
been-
looking
reason,
for ground level.
well, the
That's what happened
sensors
to
are
that guy
looking
at
for a solid
steady
signal
ground.
to come back.
Right, and that's
And
why
if
that
it
guy
doesn't have
lost
that
that drone.
solid signal, it sees the water as being further away than it actually is.
Right.
So if you're flying over water low, that might be smart to turn the sensors off. My
When
problem
I
with
first
turning
got it, I
sensors
flew
off,
over a tree.
everyone that I know that have turned sensors off, Elliot, have crashed.
Yeah, but you're only turning the downward sensors off. You're not turning them all off. Just the downward sensor. That's
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not doing the rear, the sides, and the front.
If
Just the
you're like
downward.
16, 20 feet out, it really doesn't affect it as much as if you're really close. I went up over
Yeah.
trees and came down onto a pond and went across a pond. And then all of a sudden it started landing.
You know what I've come to find out, and this is from the experience of other pilots posting on social media and stuff. You know how you're flying FPV, Mr. Crawley, and you're flying under trees and you have that ghost branch with the claw like this?
Yes.
It comes out of nowhere.
Yep.
Well, water is one of the most unstable things on this earth. And even if it's just little splashes, every now and then the claw of death will reach up and try and grab you. Then you have
That's
to
what it
think
is.
about that. Water is never stable at any time. It's always moving. So if you're, unless it's a perfectly smooth lake where there's no current, and even then I'd be scared a fish might
That's where
jump
the
up and try
water
and
is
bite it or
deep.
something. Huh?
That's where the water is deep.
When it's calm like that.
Yeah, still water. It's deep.
I haven't been brave enough to do that. Now
song,
I
yeah,
have
still
flown
water
above
run deep.
ice. Herman and I
does.
have flown above ice, like a few feet above the ice, to the point where the sensors are saying I'm not going any lower. Okay. But that's the only time I would risk
You
it.
know that
Flying over
whole-
water that
but-
low, I would not try.
That whole lake
I've
was-
done it. It's all right.
was partially
no big deal.
frozen up at Tibbetts Brook when we went.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when we went at the end where the bridge crossed over with a rock
waterfall.
stream, yeah, that's the end. That's where that water is trickling from that so-called frozen lake.
Yeah.
That's why I told you I would never walk across that. And that guy was like, "Oh, you can walk across it." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, you
Man,
do
no,
that.
thank you. No,
You
thank you.
do it.
Yeah, I
Ain't
don't like
nobody in this park to come get you."
What was that? Tibbetts Brook?
Yes.
Tibbetts Brook. I'm trying to see if. Yeah, I have a picture.
They on
This
lockdown up there
is-
now, aren't they?
This is a total. This is a picture of a total frozen lake. I'm going to show you one picture, and then I'm going to show the other one. Right now,
They in
that's
lockdown up there now, Lawrence?
huh?
Aren't they in lockdown up there?
Yes, they are. This is what Herman's talking about right here. This is all lake. This white area here, totally frozen.
Wow.
But at the end of it up here is a tiny little bridge. That's where Herman and I were. And this is what it looks like.
Oh, crikey.
Yeah. So the whole lake may look frozen, but this is what was trickling
As
off.
long as
from it.
water is running, it ain't frozen.
Yeah.
Look at the dynamic range. Had to do it. Sorry.
They got a water park in there too. It's a
Yeah.
county park.
It is a water park, but you can't go there unless you live in the town. But in the off season, they might. Thanks, Indigo. In
That's up there in,
New
New
off
Rochelle.
season, you can go up in there. And at first, they did look at Herman and I like, "What are these guys doing in here? They're up to no good." But once they saw us flying drones, everyone tend to relax. And it's and I understand that. When someone's not from your neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? You see a shady character walking down the block.
It's a
Hey,
nice
he's
little
up-
park.
not saying that we're shady characters, but
At
I'm
least
not
I'm,
calling us shady characters, but
Not
Other
casting
people-
aspersions.
other people.
at least I'm not a shady character. I
Here we
can't
go.
speak for the other guy.
Here we go. Look,
Here we go.
I'm checking my pulse like Paul.
Well, you having a shot?
I'm checking. Hey, having a shot.
Yeah.
Stop it, man.
What happened? Your
Uh-oh.
pulse was low? Uh-oh, he's sweating.
But welcome to Wednesday Nights with Those Guys. Wednesday Nights with Those Guys is sponsored by
Those
guys.
guys.
And we appreciate you all. We always do. Please come back. Please tell your friends about us. Right now, I've come to find out that we are one of the only drone supported, drone loved groups in New York City that's doing any kind of serious live streaming. Now watch everyone start live streams tomorrow.
At
Hey,
1 minute
Keely-
past,
hey,
it will be
Keely
live
V.
from Drone
Welcome.
X Factor.
Hey, Keely V. Welcome. Stop it, Sean. Sean.
Sorry. Sorry.
No, it's okay, man. It's all right.
Imagine. And he
It's
don't
okay.
send us an invite.
Hey, what's up, Keely V? Yeah, see, that's the problem. Let's see, Herman.
What
We're
happened?
trying to mend wounds.
Mhm.
We're trying to mend wounds. Okay.
Absolutely.
It's a new
I
year.
didn't listen. I don't have no problems with him.
I don't either.
Oh, okay, so I mean,
I don't have any problem with NYC 5 Borough.
Okay.
Now,
I'm
as
sorry
far-
for bringing it up.
No, but but
Oh man. What's going on?
they're a great group, and I support them. Every picture I put up, I hashtag them. You know, I support everyone, whether you support me or not.
Did you see Ash from Droning On's comment?
No, I didn't. What do you say?
If you ever want to see another Brit on the show to accompany Sean, drop us a message and he'll happily join you one evening.
no problem.
No,
The
I
Brits are
think
taking
one Brit's
over.
enough. One
We
Brit's
told you
enough.
we were coming back. We're taking the
Okay.
States back one stream at a
Okay.
time.
Well,
Philly
I mean,
Drone
you
Life.
started with Hollywood.
You rebels.
Hey, Philly, I'm going to send you an invite. Give me a second, Mikey.
Mickey baby.
Okay, Herman,
Yes.
we have any more drone news we want to talk about?
No, that's why I asked you if you had anything in
And for FPV,
Yeah.
well, other than I'm launching a video, I've been having a problem with distance. And I came to find out that the problem was every time I thought most standard drones, the VTX, which is the video card, usually comes at a standard 25 out the box at a standard 25 milliwatts. Now, depending on the receiver you have, you can go anywhere from 25 milliwatts to 1 watt or even 2 watts, depending on the receiver. For some reason, my 7-inch Crossfire Bird was stuck in 25 milliwatts, and this little one was stuck in 25 milliwatts. Today, I found out what it was to fly with 200 milliwatts. And that park that you guys see me flying in quite often, I was literally able to go from one end of the park to the other with an XM Plus, like Ed, Love My Drones, was saying. And hopefully I have the problem resolved now. It was just a matter of unlocking the VTX. New move. I'm new to FPV. I had no idea if you buy a VTX and it says it can go to 1 watt or 800 milliwatts that you have to unlock it so it can do that. Lesson learned.
Mhm.
You have a code?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's now, right. So now I can unlock this VTX and this one. But this one, Curtis Dart, thank you so much. Thank you so
Thanks.
much, because I
Thanks
took
for
her
that
out to
information, Philly Drone Life.
Where is Curtis?
Philly
TMI.
Drone Life. I just sent you a
Yeah, he's doing that bathroom thing. He'll be in a minute.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well, did you guys talk about, I know I haven't been here, but. did
In
you
other
talk
words, he's
about,
putting up,
Race
he's
day
doing that
quads?
bathroom thing.
you're right, Ed. 25 and 200 is huge. Well, the reason that I wanted 200 milliwatts is I want to be able to fly. Like, for example, there are bleachers where I sit. If you see in the video, sometimes I sit on the white bleachers and I try to go out in the field and fly. Well, today with XM Plus, not Crossfire, with the XM Plus at 200 milliwatts on the VTX, I was able to go to the other side of the park, and there's actually water out over the water. And the only reason I came back was because I got scared. so now that I know how to unlock these VTXs, I should be doing some hopefully a little better flying than what I'm doing now. But that's pretty much the gist of it.
Did
Hey,
we ever
Keely
discuss
V,
Space Day
you want a
quads?
drone just for small projects? What do you recommend? First of all, what do you call a small project? Because if you just want to take pictures, you can get a camera drone. If you want to take pictures and video, then we go to the next level. So you must specify first. If you're just using it to go up and take pictures, you can get anything from the Mavic Mini to the Mavic Air to even if you can find any old Sparks out there, I would suggest. Or
Where in the
better yet,
world are you, Keely, as well? That has a bearing
that's
on
true. Where in the world
type of
are you?
advice.
Because depending on your country will also dictate that.
We're not trying to stalk you. We don't need to know your zip code. We just, want to give you the advice.
Droning on, novice.
I
Just
know
be
who
careful to
she-
have
I think
200
she
milliamps
changed the name.
powered up. They get hot very quickly and can pop. Yeah, I did come to find that out, and I found out don't zip tie your VTX down if it gets hot, because what happens is it'll pop the zip tie and be dangling around inside like this while you're flying, and you're just getting all the static and stuff, wondering what the hell's going on.
Ouch.
But 200 milliwatts is more than enough. Exactly. I don't plan on using 1 watt until the summer when I want to do a cruise down the beach along the sand, okay, for a little bit of distance and then come back. But other than that, I probably won't go higher than 200 milliwatts. I'm pretty sure of it. If you're setting up on a quad and running 200 is powered up, have a fan directed at the quad. Oh, no, when I do anything VTX related, I was told to turn it down to its lowest power before. I've seen people start fires on their desk because they have it set
Wow.
to 500 milliwatts and the thing is heating up, the carbon fiber, you're starting to smell it. Yeah, you do need a fan. I did learn, I noob enough to learn, if you're doing any work on your VTX, set it to its lowest power setting. But thank you for that information. Yeah, Indigo, we're not ballers like you, man. 800 milliwatts, I'm not ready yet. I'm not balling like that yet, bro. He fly that drone past you and you get sunburned.
Hey, I really like that shot you put on Facebook of the
What?
drone buzzing right past you on the
Oh,
pathway.
Yeah, that was
Cool. That was
was
well captured.
thank you. And I shot that on my phone.
That was so
I
cool.
shot that on my phone because I'm trying to find different ways. I'm trying to learn how to do real FPV videos. So I'm trying to figure out how to get certain shots. So I was like, John, do me a favor. I want to see what it looks like if you do a flyby. He's like, yeah, like Top Gun, because Big John, he just learned how to fly FPV too. So he's like FPV crazy. He's into it deep now. The
That's why I
rabbit
told
hole is
you.
gone. He's digging deeper.
I'll tell you, I like
know.
that camera angle when you put the Osmo in the pocket on one of those little tripods on the floor.
Yeah.
Angle, shooting up.
I have a few shots. I didn't put the video together, but you must have smart audio. That's true, droning on, so you can switch it manually through your goggles. But that shot that you're talking about, Sean, was actually cut down to 2 seconds. That's a 2-second shot.
Wow.
But that lets you know how fast he was going by us.
Yeah.
And the fact that I had to turn like this and I couldn't see it because it was coming so fast. So as I heard the sound, I just went like that with the camera and it went straight fast. It came out like a perfect shot.
It's perfect. Yeah. It's perfectly set up and framed.
But I also set my where is it? My Hero 6 down on the ground. And I did a couple of flyovers. First, I did a takeoff because it's very cinematic to see a racing drone like this take off real slow in slow motion with the prop spinning slow. So I did that, and then I did a flyaway. Then I did a flyby straight over, and then I did a flyover shot straight over the top of the camera.
Very nice.
So I'm going to try and incorporate those in a video somehow, and slow them down. So
maybe a channel trailer.
Yeah.
That
What's
looks
up,
like it.
Mikey?
Hello, guys. How are you, man?
Howdy.
Hey, I can't. I have to be on. Whenever I see Sean, I just want to sit on the same stage as a Brit. He's a freaking Brit. You're gonna have classes to teach how to talk the way you do.
How to talk like me.
They'll talk like you.
How to talk like a baddie in a Hollywood movie.
Oh, but it sounds so professional. It's dreamy. Man,
But you-
If you want a good British accent, you need to get Ash from Droning on here. He has got the
dude,
archetypal.
I'm
He has the
love with it.
archetypal British accent. I'm
Good
a
night,
little bit
Droning
more
on.
southeast of the country, so I can get a little bit more like this.
Yeah.
If I'm off air, you know, but when I'm on air, I'm a little bit more like my telephone voice.
Yeah,
My
like that.
question is, Sean, how the accent changes when you're drinking.
Yeah.
I actually don't drink,
Oh, you just ruined it. You just ruined it.
Yeah.
but perhaps it could be an exclusive one night where I come on steaming.
Hey, Herman, what's
We'll
that
find
joke?
out.
What's that joke you tell me all the time? Herman says Ken Heron asked the guy, tell him about Gubna.
Oh,
I'm feeling.
Yeah. Hold on.
oh, Ken Herring. Well, Sean's probably seen it where he said he wanted him to use a British accent, to say something with a British accent, but he wasn't allowed to say the word governor.
Yeah, hello, governor.
Hello, Governor.
No, it's Gubna. Hello, Gubna. That's the only thing English I can say.
Yeah, it's really good. You guys have the greatest accent. I could care less what you're saying or what the material.
Honestly, Sean, I'll be honest with you. The English accent is great, but it sounds a lot better on the women.
Yeah,
When
Hey, I don't
English
take
chick-
offense to that.
when an English female speaks, it's
Can't
like-
win, right, Mikey?
Good night, Ash. Thanks for coming in. See you droning on.
Thanks, droning on.
He's going to bed. What time is it? What are you, an old man? Get up.
He's an hour ahead. He's in Sweden, so it's 20
Sweden.
to midnight where he is.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's right, because you're 5 hours ahead, right? Sean?
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm 4 hours right now because your clock's changed.
Oh, right.
Mine don't change at the end of the month, so that I get to do those guys a little bit early, which is
Right.
nice.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, that's what's up.
Awesome. That's cool.
And by the end of the month, you'll be going here groggy-eyed. And
That's
Yeah, I'll
great.
be
That's-
back to my normal. Is it that time? Those
hey,
guys.
I gotta send Bill a logo. For those of you who don't know,
Yo, so what's
Bill
gonna happen
post-
in the summertime with the
These
stream?
girls talking. Oh my
what
God.
happened?
What's
Bill,
gonna happen in the summertime when it's 90 degrees outside?
Well, it's 90 degrees outside. I hope I'm shaded.
There'll be a lot of streaming from the phone.
Exactly. That's what I wanted to hear. There's gonna be a lot of that. Those guys on the road.
Well, see that's always an objective. But for those of you who don't know, at some time now you know. At some time and point, I'll be live on Sean's live stream, on Geeks Vana live stream, and those guys next week at 8:30 is going to be on Coast to Coast Drones on Wednesday night. Well, I hope.
Yes, we'll still have.
I hope.
Stream, but,
He just
we'll be
asked
on
me
it.
to send him a logo of those guys. So don't think he's stealing it. I'm sending it to him legally. You know, just in case you say, hey, Bill got your logo. No, he doesn't have it. I'm sending it to him right now, actually. Okay. So just to let you guys know, if you see him posting those guys, that's because next week we're scheduled to be on there.
Oh, that's good. That's awesome. You guys are going on Sean's show.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
I'll forgive you, Sean.
It's going to happen, Philly.
Okay.
It's going to happen. Don't worry. I have a couple of very special ideas.
Okay.
There you
The,
go.
the problem is, I wonder what happens after you come on my show.
Nothing but good. Trust me.
Just make sure,
Sit
Sean, just make sure on that clean red wall behind you, you put the disclaimer right there.
Absolutely, yeah.
Big bold letters. You don't have to keep
Disclaimer.
repeating yourself.
We'll just have it ticking across the bottom of the screen.
There you go, even better.
Philly drone
Got it.
life is crazy. That's
Yeah.
it. That's the only
No,
that's the only
no.
disclaimer you need.
Oh, that's not nice, guys. Come on. You give me the rules. You give me the rules. I'll study them for a couple days.
Philly,
And then
Minute.
I'll
Philly.
try to-
Philly.
Yeah.
The FAA tried that.
Oh. Well, come on. That's low. That's not.
I love you,
For
man.
a couple of years now.
Yeah. And they keep trying it.
I love that stack.
Yeah.
You've got to make a video with that stack of letters.
Yeah. Shut up. Alexis, stop. Stop.
Wow.
Stop.
Hold on,
You
guys.
son of
Hold
a-
on, guys. Alexa, self-destruct.
He was gonna do that.
Stop.
Alexis, kill Mike.
Like, nah, she goes off every time I'm on this show. So you guys must send a signal to her or something.
Alexa, tell me a joke.
No.
Alexis, sing a song.
Alexa, play show tunes.
Wait, let her tell the joke first. She's. I'm unplugging this shit.
Mine just
Alexa, play music.
Alexa, play porno music.
Stop.
You gotta unplug it, Mikey, or mute.
just press the mute button, man.
Press the mute
Safer.
button, Mikey.
Yeah, I unplugged it. Screw the mute button. She's dead.
Yeah, you'd be scared she plugs herself back in, wouldn't you?
Yeah, y'all forget it.
Now-
She's in the trash.
I have one small piece
Okay.
of business with Philly, actually. Sorry to talk over the stream. There's a comedian in Philly, and I keep forgetting his name. But you need to to get hold of him and do a collab with him. He does these setup pranks where he basically he makes these little videos and they look absolutely real, as if something's kicking off in Philly, like someone's not looking after their dog or they haven't picked dog mess up, and he has these raging rows, but they're all set up. He's hilarious. And every time I see it, I keep thinking Philly needs to do a
who is it?
collab with him.
Sean?
And I'm
In
just
Philadelphia?
he's called the Philly Offensive. If you look him up on YouTube and on Facebook, he is hilarious.
I
And
gotta
you need to get hold of that guy because you two would do some evil work together.
really evil
Yeah.
work. Uh-oh.
I think you'd work really well together.
The Philly offensive?
Yeah, the Philly Offensive. Yeah, he's got a he's bigger on Facebook than he is on YouTube, but he does have the YouTube account. He's had 5 Facebook accounts banned for his content,
Wow.
Ooh.
I got him. I
but
see.
he's hilarious. He's pretty funny.
And you think these two guys would get along?
I think they could make some magical videos together.
Yeah.
I don't know. Philly's kind of like a solo guy. You get too close, he'll push you off the bridge.
Yeah, I am kind of a solo guy. Yeah. Yeah. Oh
You
my
know,
God.
I could see now they're both on the edge now. We're gonna act like we're bungee jumping, and Philly goes, "What?" and pushes them.
I'm wondering if I got this guy.
Yeah, I have not seen any of his work, but I just clicked something. I just marked him so I can check him out a little.
He's
later
pretty
on.
funny. He does these really outlandish setups, crazy setups, and they look 100% authentic, but they're all 100% set up.
Get in there.
Absolutely hilarious guy.
I'll try.
Justin, you look like you're about to fall asleep, man.
I had no idea you flew planes.
I am.
Amazing.
Oh shoot, guys! Hey, Mikey,
Yes.
I was yelling for Alexa to start, and I'm like, "Where's this music coming from?" Hours of music in the kitchen.
See? You.
My wife just said, "You know, you got her playing music now."
Now you're in trouble.
That's right. How it comes
Yeah, check
back
them out
around.
on YouTube. Check out YouTube videos.
Yeah, Keely, please support. Please, everyone, please support each other. Also, click that like button if you haven't already, or dislike.
You
Keely,
know who she is.
glad to see you here for the first time. Welcome. You're
It's
always
not her
welcome
first
back.
time here. It's not
You're
her
in
first time
Central
here.
Florida. Okay, so you're Eastern time.
Lawrence,
We're on every Wednesday nights at 5 p.m. here, and then on my channel every Sunday night.
Lawrence. I know her from over on Pusa Studios. That's the channel. She was here before. Arts is Fun. She
Oh,
just changed
okay.
her name.
Oh, okay. All right. It's well, welcome anyway with the new name. Huh. There
Yeah,
we go.
I can go and check out her videos too.
So Mike,
He has a very professional looking channel. I like her thumbnails.
Yes.
where are you going? When are you going live again, Mikey?
I did like 5
tomorrow?
minutes.
So later on.
Yeah, like 5
You
minutes.
got-
No, I think after the show I'm going to do a night flight.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting a little.
down.
Got your strobes?
Of course. Oh,
That
yeah.
thing
like-
blind the hell out of me.
Oh yeah, that was funny. Herman goes, "Hey, check out my strobe," and he hits the button and bang!
oh man.
God,
He's
guys,
like, "I'm blind. I'm blind."
yeah. You can't look at them. But and then why don't they make that button a little bit bigger? Are you talking about
Yeah.
the firehouse strobe?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
As
The
soon as you hit it, it's
button-
like pop right in your face.
But yeah, I can't even find the
I
button.
learned a trick. Oh, you can go with Flytron too, Mikey. Feet on the Ground from Australia sent me 2 Flytron strobes, and
Oh,
those
really?
can be seen. Those can be seen for 3 nautical
I
miles.
was always afraid I might break the damn thing.
Hey, there's Justin. Justin's got his there. I have mine on my. I have one on my bird and one. I have the white one here, but the red one I was using the other night because Herman was using a white strobe. So I wanted to be able to distinguish between his bird and mine. So I put the red one on mine while he used the white one. But you see the size of this little thing right here? I'm trying to get the camera to focus first. There
Wow.
we go. Look at it. No, I'm trying to tell. I'm trying to tell the camera to look at it, but you know what it is? Maybe
They're
it's the-
little though.
Maybe
They're-
it's
they're
the
the one-
lighting. Hold on. Cut the light off in front of the camera. Now you can see it. Right here. That little yellow LED will have you seeing spots for minutes. But I found out a trick, Mikey. I found out a trick. What you do is you put your thumb over the light.
Correct. Yeah, that's what I
So
did.
when you cut it on,
Yeah.
your finger looks like it's about to explode.
But
But
the problem is, Lawrence, is we have the Arc 2s and there's 4 lights on them. So I basically do cover the whole thing. I put my whole thumb over the whole thing, but they're the only ones I'll use. The four. I mean, the other ones are good too. I'm not putting them down, but I figure why buy anything? The Arc 2s are the biggest ones. Might as well get them.
I'm coming in for a landing.
Oh no, I got that in the truck.
Oh,
Yeah, Herman.
get your
The
head.
next time we go out, I'm gonna put it out.
Ray, hey Ray, if you
Yes,
saw
sir.
this light,
The
if you
runway
saw this
lights.
light Herman took camping, the forest animals are still going, damn, that light was bright. And that was last year he used it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I got one of them stupid lights too, man. Like you want to light up the whole forest.
Yeah, it can. But you know
Like
what?
200,000 Kelvin or some shit like that.
I didn't have to use it much.
A small
Because-
sun.
No, because
Yeah.
there was a family, seriously, it was a family that was camping across the little road from us. Big family. They had a couple of spots. They were making these huge fires that lit up the whole forest.
Get out of here.
I didn't have to use that light much.
Wow.
Oh man! So what do you guys think? Can I bring up some drone crap? What do you think about that new drone supposedly come out? The Mavic Air Mini crappy whatever the hell it's supposed to be, the new one with the ugly controller.
The Mavic X.
Yeah, X, whatever they're calling it, just the Mavic. What do you guys
Well-
think of that?
Until I see it in a box.
Exactly.
Yeah, we did chat about it at the beginning of the stream, and we were like, "Here are the photos. That's it. That's all." we
Yeah,
know.
Mikey.
That's it.
And we don't even
yeah.
know what these photos are either. Of course,
Right.
we don't
Oh,
even know if they're.
I'm
These
sorry,
photos could be from 2 years ago. You know, you just
Every-
Right,
everything-
because go
Okay.
ahead.
No, everything that has come out that I've seen come out or try to come out has had a an application for FCC licensing. So
Right.
until then,
Oh, you didn't
Yeah,
see
although-
anything?
No.
Although those
no,
are-
there's no FCC license for anything from DJI. That's when you know.
FCC is kept secret for a decent chunk of time, though, isn't it? They
Yeah,
have
yeah,
a non-disclosure period.
yes,
But
they do.
there was when the similar shots of the Enterprise came out to this from the original source, Zenkanji, the website. I think it was a long time before the Enterprise actually came out. So this could be like 2021's model or something. There's no, you know,
Okay.
there's nothing saying this is about to hit the streets. I don't think this is like the Mavic Mini where we started seeing that everywhere as a leak, and then suddenly it's in our hands.
I'm not that impressed with
Personal
it.
opinion.
I'm
I'm
going to
not
be
that
honest.
impressed with it.
I'll be honest, and I'll tell you, every
Well, we
time
don't know anything about
Ostilov or any of these guys leak any of these pictures of the video, I leave a comment saying, stop putting this crap up and give me an 8 to 10K camera. Plain and simple. I want a bird
You
that
need
can
that
fly
one?
and shoot at 8 to 10K. After that, you can put up what the hell you want. Stop making these little kitty drones and put up a beefy drone.
The problem you have is that the world regulations are changing to attempt to make these things safer,
Okay,
allegedly.
Crawley.
Okay,
So
Mr. Howard.
Okay.
they actually don't give more than 100 joules of energy when they hit the human head. For instance, that's one of the new European standards.
Right.
And unfortunately, you're just not going to see very large form factors because of that. You're going to see small foldable drones that are going to crumple up when they hit people. That's what we're going to
Correct.
see, in my opinion, for the next few years.
I agree.
Especially from DJI, because they have a global market. Autel's different, Skydio's
Yep.
different. I think you're going to see a lot more niche drones coming out
Yep.
for niche
Mhm.
marketplaces.
I agree with you. I absolutely agree.
Fooey.
No,
I need something with
Fooey on niche.
with a good camera, mechanical shutter. I need something with a 2-hour battery because I'd like to fly maybe to Philly.
Exactly. And I agree with that. I need something.
him
that every
change the
time-
battery.
Now,
Okay.
Herman. Come on now.
Can we just imagine?
Line
can
of
we-
sight. Line
I've
of
just
sight.
seen Michael's eyes light up when you
The
said
views and
2-hour
opinions that
battery.
are heard tonight are not necessarily the views and opinions of
2 hours.
everyone on
I'm
the panel.
applying for Part 135. I want to fly from here to Philly,
Yeah.
have him change the battery and send me back.
They're gonna change the battery in Philly or in Jersey.
No, in
Thanks,
Philly.
Keely, for coming in. We appreciate you. What's up, drone
Steve
bum?
Keely.
How are you? How are you, Paul? Which anyway, say some prayers for Paul Murray. He's really sick.
no,
He ate some
really?
bad food and he got on here shivering. No, he said
He ate some gray fish.
He had
yeah,
some
he said he
chicken
ate
that was
something and then he got
crispy
on here,
chicken
his
that
lip
had
was
in the freezer.
shivering and he was extremely cold and he had a fever.
No way, this is real talk.
No,
Yeah,
yes,
earlier before the
Ray
stream.
told him
he
to throw
got
it
on
out.
and he
I
had,
mean,
he had
even
a
at the beginning
fever.
of the stream, you'll see it.
He had a fever of 106. So
He got to go to the
Yeah,
doctor,
throw it
bro.
out.
At 106, he should be in the hospital.
106. He should
Yeah.
be
Exactly what
dead.
Lawrence was telling him.
No,
Yeah, that's what
109, he's dead. 106, should be in the
Well,
goddamn
no,
hospital.
this is why Lynn came into the lobby and I said, Lynn, call him and make his ass go to the hospital. Seriously.
Yeah. A baby, 106, they can handle that. A grown
Yeah,
person,
yeah,
106,
adults.
Yeah, no, I agree
no
with you.
bueno.
Yeah,
And
Bueno.
and then he was saying he's starting to see double. So I'm like, look, you don't
All
need
right.
to be on the live stream here with us. So I'm hoping Lynn beelined it over there and they're making him go
Yeah.
to the hospital. So
Yeah.
just keep him in your prayers if you pray or just think about him if you're an atheist.
That's crazy, man.
If you're an
He said he
Disclaimer.
had
The
crispy
views and
chicken.
opinions that are heard tonight are not necessarily the views and opinions of everyone on the panel tonight. Yeah, I said it. Yes, it more than likely, Cool Bic, that's what it is.
I hope
Yep.
so.
Yeah.
Almost.
That's what it sounded like to me.
Yeah,
Then it'll be
Oh, yeah,
quick.
definitely. I know the signs. Once you said the lip, blah, 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 yeah.
And he's sitting there.
That's the body telling you prepare for the flood.
Soon
And the
it-
body is fighting it, trying to fight it, get it out of me. Get it,
right,
Yeah.
because the body
You know.
don't know whether I'm going to send it forward or backwards.
But I'm gonna send it though. But I'm gonna send
both.
it.
It's
Because
coming.
sometimes I
Oh,
send it
both.
both ways.
Yeah,
Ray,
get it out
Ray,
quick.
you're right about that. You're
All
right
I gotta
about
say,
that. It's
first time
coming.
going to Philly. That's all I gotta say.
What happened?
I said first time going to Philly, you have that Philly cheesesteak.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I woke up that morning, I was just like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
see,
give
the
your
same
guy. I'm
thing
gonna say, I'm
happened
gonna
to
give
Mikey.
your young and your old stomach
I
guy a
never
real
had
trick.
no problem with it.
Gotta drink. Listen, you gotta drink club soda. Coat your stomach before you go eat 2 of them sandwiches.
no, that no one told me anything. They didn't warn me.
Listen, you gotta drink something that coats your stomach because, man, listen.
As soon as that grease hits it.
All I know, I was like, kill me, kill me.
Club soda. Why club soda though? Why not like milk or something?
Well,
I know Club soda
milk.
will relax your stomach.
Right,
Club soda.
right.
Yeah, the milk is
Club
a
soda is
laxative.
gonna relax you. Yeah, milk is
Oh,
gonna
Milk
make
is a
you come out.
laxative. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then not only club soda, you could probably drink like salsa, anything like that. You know, carbonated stuff. That's what you need.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You
All
might
I
like the
know
seltzer
is-
better than the club
All
soda.
I know
No
is I
doubt.
went into that Walmart.
No
I told that lady, if you don't
Club
open that
soda is
bathroom, I'm
terrible.
going right between the clothes right there.
Yeah.
She got the bathroom open.
Yeah.
No, seriously, that I've always wondered why people order drinks with like club soda. I tried that one. That was like, oh, you just like your alcohol sparkling, because that thing tastes terrible. Club soda.
It's
Hey,
a method to
guys,
it though, and I don't even drink, and I know
It's
that.
that time.
Yeah, I know it's that time for us to get a drop. But hey, guys, Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by.
Those guys.
And we appreciate you all for watching. Please, please, please continue to come back and support those guys,
Big up, brother Murray. Hope you feeling better, brother.
because without those guys,
Yes.
we wouldn't be here. Without you guys,
Without you guys.
without
And I
you
like-
guys,
I
from
like
a
to
say
thank
from
you guys
Brooklyn,
in
from
the
Brooklyn,
chat.
you guys.
Yeah, I like
you
to thank
all.
you guys out there in the chat for coming in and hanging out with us, with the guys here on the panel. I'd like to thank my panel for coming and hanging out with me, with the guys in the chat. And I'll see you next time on Phantom Flight 101 with those
Yeah, you
guys.
like that, huh, Mikey?